Hello there, I'm Scotty, you are not. Welcome back to May There Be Comedy. And this week we're talking about the top 10 comedies from the 90s. My personal favorites. Again, No Good Burger, that would be number one. I'm trying to be fair. So this was a tough list. I've changed out. At one point, Tommy Boy and Major Payne were also on this list, but I had to change those. But yeah, so much like with John Hughes, expect Adam Sandler and Kevin Smith to be on this list because they are. But yeah, so without further ado, start with number 10. Number 10. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, another lonely night. 10 things I hate about you. I was going to get, I had Major Payne at number 10. I was going to get the other ones, and I went, oh wait, I gotta have this on the list. So I was looking through, I'm like, Major Payne's one I can think of I can get rid of and be fine with. So, in the spirit of, I think it came out the same year, She's All That. It's similar, but not really. So, the movie focuses on two sisters. An older sister played by Julia Stiles, and younger sister played by Larissa Oleynik, who somehow didn't blow up after this and Allison Mack, or Alex Mack, excuse me, wrong Mack was her today. But, and she's gone on to do other things, but, and the thing is that the dad won't let the younger sister date if the older sister won't date. She doesn't date because she had problems with boys before. So this guy, played by Andrew Keegan, who's like a face model or whatever, he makes a deal with the guy from Numbers, David Krumholtz, to get someone to date the older sister so that he can date the younger sister. All this being another ploy so that his best friend, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, can actually date the younger sister because he has a thing for her. And so it's kind of a double play. Is they're not actually doing it for Joey, they're doing it for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And Joey kind of gets left in the lurch, and that's kind of funny. One of my favorite older actors is in this, Larry Miller. I love Larry Miller. He's in this. I think he's Max Keeble's big move. He's great. One of those actors you need someone to be an authoritative figure. He's great. The late great Heath Ledger's in this is really good. He sings that song that I sang at the beginning. So the comedy is straight up. The whole, it's like a dance scene with them. You know, it's just, it's a romantic comedy, but it's got that teen humor that we liked growing up in those times. So, yeah. Number 9 is our first appearance of Adam Sandler on this list. The first of 3. But it is, of course. You want a Happy Meal? You want a Happy Meal? Can somebody get this kid a Happy Meal? It's Big Daddy. Now, this is what I grew up with. I had a VHS tape. Watched it all the time. And this one hits me harder now that I am actually a father. You really want. I always disliked how this movie ends, where it's like, oh, he still gets to be around Sonny, but he has to live with his dad, which makes sense. It is the custody thing. Yeah, fine. But it's a movie. Let our imaginations get the best of us, please. But it's fine. It's a rare acting thing for Jon Stewart. He didn't do much after this besides the Daily Show, but. Is that the guy with the old balls? Hey, let's call him testicles. But yeah, Microsoft went down 4 points. Or 5 points, what it is. Yes. Number 8 is our first appearance of Kevin Smith. Snooch to the nooch. Running Man, Noochie Noochies. It's Mallrats. There's another one that I almost took off, but I love this movie. And you watch this movie now, I grew up in the 90s, of course. I was a kid then, and I wasn't like it. I think you're supposed to be teenagers here. I wasn't a teenager like them. I was a kid. But I do have memories of going to the mall, eating at the food court, going to the ice cream place, going to the cookie place, which we had, going to the pet store, all that stuff, the movie theater, everything. You know, that movie theater was there up until around COVID hit. Then they weren't able to keep it going. The only upside to that is that now I don't have to clean it. But yeah, and this brings back that the love of malls back then. It just brings back, you watch it and you remember, because we had a little thing in the middle where you'd have Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny show up, and you don't get that anymore. It's not even really connected because they took part of it out, and now it's partly Hy-Vee, and you walk by, it's like empty building. Shopko and the mall, what's left of it, empty buildings. You walk by, you look through, it's all empty and gutted out, and you just remember the good old days, and this movie does that for you. And what that movie does about malls, the next one does about high school and getting girls, and that is my number 7. I was gonna do something else and I didn't. My this bed is on fire with passion and love. The neighbors complain about the noises above, but she only comes when she's on top. It is American Pie. Even though I gravitated towards American Wedding because that's the first one I got, I do love the original. It is my favorite. I also like some of the American Pie Presents ones. Bed House. Bed House and Band Camp are notable ones. I like the third one, American Wedding. 2 is fine. So is Book of Love, or so is Naked Mile. Book of Love is okay. Don't watch Girls Rules. They tried to make it work because this is a boy-centric franchise. What moron would take a franchise made for boys and try to force women into it? Disney and Kathy Kennedy. Star Wars is for boys. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, what can I say about this movie? It's the quintessential, for teenagers growing up. You want to watch this and you want to make that declaration of, we're going to get laid, but you're a teenager. You remember these guys were seniors, so they were 17, 18, supposed to be there in their 20s, but yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh my God, you're gay. Come on, Stifler, you know the words. Just Adam Sandler is back for number 6, and that is at Disneyland. Bulletproof. One of my favorite buddy comedies of all time. Another one that I watched with my mom's first husband, but my memories go beyond that. I'm a David Wayans fan, lifelong. This and Major Penn, had that on the list. I'm a big Wayans fan, period. The Wayans family, they got my vote of confidence for the new Scary Movie. I think they can do it. But yeah, I think this was Adam Sandler's first rated R movie he did. And what it is, if you don't know, is that David Wayans is an undercover cop who has to break his cover so he can arrest, those involved. And but Adam Sandler, who is a criminal, gets away, and they find him. So Damon Wayans is brought in to bring him into custody. All the while they're being chased by James Caan, who was the bad guy in this movie, and his minions who want to silence them before they rat it out because basically Archie, Adam Sandler, is going to rat on James Caan. So yeah, and it's a fun little buddy comedy. Sorry about the turds in there. It was an accident. It was an accident! Yeah. We're in my top 5 now. And number 5 is a movie that probably doesn't get talked about enough. It's one I found on one of the movie channels late at night. I didn't know what it was. But I found a lot of good movies late at night on the movie channels. staying up late at my grandma's house, going through the movie channels and just watching the stuff. And without a doubt, one of the best ones I ever found. Go. It is a Christmas movie. So, that means this Christmas, time for a revisited. Although I don't think anyone watched my original review. I don't care. This is for me. So what it is it's 3 interconnected stories. It tells the story of Rana and her 2 friends they're trying to, she needs to make money to pay rent. And she comes across this drug dealer for one of her friends who got to Vegas with his friends. So she says that she's going to sell those, but at the last minute backs out of it and returns the drugs. But then, no, she backs out of it because of she almost gets caught by the police. So she dumps them, but then gets like aspirin or something and sells those, and that leads to problems. Meanwhile, you also have their other friend who's going to Vegas with his friends and get caught up with some mobsters in Vegas. Go figure. And then you have this gay couple here who are tied in with the said cops from before, and it all kind of connects together. And they do tease a sequel, which I'm mad we never got, because at the end, the character Manny goes, "So, what are we doing for New Year's?" I'm like, "Yes, do another one. Let's go." It's directed by Doug Liman, who brought you Swingers, which I still haven't seen. But, right? From the director of Swingers, yeah. That's a Vince Vaughn movie. But, yeah, this is great. Coming in number 4 is my favorite Jim Carrey movie, period. Liar, liar. I can't lie. This pen is royal blue. What are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. Yeah, so again, this is a movie that affects me now that I'm a father, right? The kid is sick of his dad lying, not realize that lying is a very, very important part of his job as a lawyer. So that kind of ruins his. You can't lie for a day. He makes a wish, and so that dad couldn't lie for an entire day. And so this is one of those that takes place within the entire day. And the whole cast is good, except for maybe Carrie Elwes, but I do kind of like his. Ooh, it's the claw. It's the claw. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. I laugh. I didn't mention Carrie Elwes in the Princess Bride one, but yeah, and I think this is at least one of Carrie's best comedic performances. People go, "Oh, Dumb and Dumber," but this, and I think even me, myself, and Irene, which I need to review. I don't have a copy of it, so I have to buy it. But are 2 of his best performances, comedically wise. There's, maybe even a Truman Show, which I do have saved on my DVR thing. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But yeah. Number 3. Dad, how can you hate the Colonel? Oh, he'll look at you with his beady eyes and, "Oh, you're gonna buy my chicken. Oh." So I made an expert. The Scottish, they have a form of karate. It's called fuck you. Ah, so Charlie tells me you're a butcher. Yes, I am. Do you link your own sausage? You refer to the Weekly World News as the paper. The paper contains facts. This paper contains facts. I'm sorry, my nose is gonna itchy today. I'm sorry. Excuse me, but I believe I ordered the large latte. Hello. I just did that whole one yesterday out of nowhere. Harriet. Hard and harbinger of haggis. Beautiful, bemused, bellicose butcher. unknowing, untrusting, unlove, Ed. I want you back, he screams into the night air like a fireman going into a window that has no fire, except for the passion of his heart. I am lonely. It's really hard. This poem sucks. Just, yeah, and so if you don't know the story, because it's probably another one that people gloss by, it's this guy, Charlie McKenzie. He's afraid of commitment, and then one day he meets Harriet, and he becomes convinced, thanks to the Weekly World News article, that she is this Mrs. X who is killing her husbands and moving on with life, I guess, marrying people and killing all of her husbands, not knowing that there's a twist in there. I won't reveal it here. Watch the movie, but there's a twist involved. So he starts to back up, and his friend Charlie is like, or his friend Tony is like, oh, hey, you just feel commitment, you manifesting this, blah, 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 and then everything kind of goes south in the climax. It's funny that they put this picture on there, because it's not really... Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm back. So we'll just leave it at that. The sneeze will end that part of it. Number 2, the final appearance of Billy Madison, and my personal favorite. The final appearance of Adam Sandler, and my favorite Adam Sandler movie, Billy Madison. Now, you don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Happy Gilmore too, but I would love a sequel to Billy Madison. I don't know what it would entail, but just something about, because I guess as an adult I relate to Billy Madison as I am basically a man-child like him. I mean, I don't do the woohoo, I don't do the gibberish, at least not as much as he does, but well, yeah, you know the story of this movie. Billy finds out his dad's going to retire. He's going to give the company, the hotel, to this jackass who does not deserve it. So Billy decides he's going to go back to school, get an education, and that'll prepare him to run a hotel. Even though the ending of the movie kind of contradicts the whole thing, but, it works. Maybe some of the stuff, like, he technically dates his teacher, although they don't get together till after he's out of her class, technically. But, I don't know. The Bob Barker cameo, the price is wrong, bitch. Hey, Happy, you jackass. The people in this movie that died too, like Blues Brothers, Bob Barker, Joe Flaherty, probably the guy that played his boss is dead. Yeah. Actually, I started doing Happy Gilmore. That's right, but never mind that. I looked at the back of the thing. So Joe Flaherty and Bob Barker are Happy Gilmore, and they did pass away. And the guy who played his boss too. But Billy Madison, Norm Macdonald is the big one. Probably the guy who played the revolting blob or whatever. I do like Eric is pregnant. It could be a soccer player. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I like his like. But yeah, I got confused. Sorry, me. Number 1, the final appearance of Kevin Smith, my number 1 favorite Kevin Smith comedy, Clerks. And there's a lot to be said about Mallrats and Chance of Love Strike Back, which I also like. And Dogma's another one that I could put on this list, but Clerks is my personal favorite. It's the best of the 3. I like 2 and I like 3. Sorry, I'm not apologizing for that. But I technically just did. It's one of those day in the life type things. It takes place over one day. Now I'm supposed to be here today, and I know that the original ending had Dante dying, and I do get the point of that because Kevin Smith has come out and said, well, it was sort of, I know it didn't make sense, but it had to sort of point off he was not supposed to be there that day, and so it ends with him being shot dead. That whole thing, which, but I do like the actual ending where it kind of ends. Here goes Randall. He's a berserker. The whole thing. Salsa Shark. Yeah. Maybe some of the humor you'll be able to do today, you know? Because even in Clerks 3 was about the Randall's making a movie of their life. They do sort of go around some of the more sketchier stuff, like Caitlin Bree and the dead guy in the back of the corner, or some of the stuff, you know. But yeah. So there you have it. My top 10 comedies of the 90s. What are your top 10 comedies of the 90s? Let me know. Somebody should like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.